English from home. Today we are going to have a review for the regular verbs in the past tense, okay? Remember that this is something that we learned last week and we focus basically in the pronunciation of the verbs. Okay, so we are going to start with today's class, but before doing that, I would like to say hi to everybody for the people who is already online. Hello, Efrain. I noticed that you were the first person to get online. Hello, Carla. Hi, Jasmine is already there as well. Hi, Carlos. Nice to see you there. Hey, Alice. I'm glad that you're listening to the class. And hello, Danny. I hope you enjoy today's class. As I was telling you before, we are doing a review because we need to practice our pronunciation and our listening. Okay, so we are going to start with the first thing. We need to start our brains. Okay. So we're going to start with a brain teaser. And today's brain teaser is about shapes and figures, okay? So look at your screen and tell me what figure replaces the question mark. What figure replaces the question mark? Remember that I am reading your comments. I'm reading your comments, and in the comments box, you can type in the answer. Is it A, B, C, or D? Okay? Type in the answer. Which figure replaces the question marks? Okay, which one is it? A, B, C, or D? Pay attention to those figures, count all of the sides. So which one is it? A, B, C, or D? Remember that you can share the link for these grammar classes. We are focusing only on grammar right now. So you can share this to anybody who wants to learn English, anybody who wants to practice their English, you can share the link, okay? I would really appreciate it if you do it so we can build a bigger community in which we can solve questions and everything else. So again, what figure replaces the question marks? A, B, C, or D? A has like a weird shape, right? But then for B, we have a triangle. C, it's a circle. And D is a star. So which one is it? Do you already have the answer? Okay, I'm reading your comments. Okay, Efrain says it's letter C. We're going to wait for 2 more people typing in the answer. Remember, A, B, C, or D. Which one is it? Okay, Carla says it's letter D. Okay. Let's see if we have another one there, please. Somebody else typing in the answer. What do you think, Alice? What is the correct answer? A, B, C, or D? We already have C and D as possible answers. Possible answers. So which one is it? And Jasmine says D. All right, guys. No, I'm sorry. That's not the correct answer. The correct answer is letter B, the triangle. How do we know it's the triangle? We have to count the sides. The first one has 6 sides. The second one has 5. Okay. The third figure has 4. So we have 6, 5, 4. How many sides the triangle has? The triangle has 3 sides. Okay, so the correct answer is B. Okay, so we're going to start with today's review. As I was telling you before, we are reviewing the past tense, okay, the regular verbs specifically. We already know that in English, the usual rule to put the verbs in the past is to add ed or d at the end of the word, okay, to the base form of the verb. That's what we already learned. We can add D or ED. However, the pronunciation is completely different because we have rules. So let's review the rules. So the pronunciation works in ED depends on the final consonant sound, okay? We have 3 ways to pronounce ED at the end of the words in English. We have it, t, or d. Okay, so let's read some examples. For the it sound, we are going to use it when the final sound is d, okay, or t, like decide. In the past tense, decide is decided. So the final sound of the word is D. In the past tense is going to be ed. Okay, so accept, the past tense is accepted. End, ended. Paint, painted. Start, started. And then we have the ones in which we are going to use the t sound in the past. This one we're going to use it when the final sound is k, s, p, ch. Remember that we have more, but in this case, I'm using just this for as an example, okay? So we have ask, in the past tense is going to be asked, okay? You have to focus on the pronunciation. Dance, danced. Look, looked. Shop, shopped. Watch, watched. And then we have the last rule, the last way to pronounce the past tense of the regular verbs, which is the. And this one we are going to use it with words that finish with the vowel sound. For example, y or w. Okay? We're also going to have final consonant sounds n, and z. These are just examples. You already have the rules, so you have to review those rules and practice the pronunciation. For example, allow, allowed. Clean, cleaned. Kill, killed. Play, played. Realize, realized. Okay, so those are the 3 ways for us to pronounce correctly. Right now, I'm going to tell you some instructions because we are going to practice our listening skills, okay? This one is a test, okay? You're going to listen to my voice reading something, okay? And what I need you to do is to type in all of the verbs that you listen in the past tense in the comment box, okay? You're going to listen 2 times. You're going to listen 2 times, but I need you to type in the comment box the verbs that you listen in the past. As I was telling you before, we are going to read 2 times, okay? So pay attention. This is the first time. Remember, type in the comments the verbs that you listen in the past. So have fun, guys. Let's practice our listening.
The bird jumped out of its cage and into the crowd. She must have realized that it was her best chance to escape. The bird's trainer looked as though he were about to faint from terror of it all. It seemed like his worst nightmare came true. He scrambled to his feet and started waving his hands and shouting to get the bird's attention. She stopped her wild rampage only for a moment at the sound of her trainer's pleas. She quickly turned back to the crowd and resumed, knocking people to the floor. The trainer suddenly had an idea. He reached into his pocket and pulled from it a large chocolate-covered treat, a known favorite of the bird. He shouted the bird's name again, and she turned to face him. She saw the treat in his hand and ran at full gallop towards him. He threw the treat into the cage, and the bird followed. He locked the door behind her and fell to the ground in relief. Apparently, the bird valued food more than freedom. The bird jumped out of its cage and into the crowd. She must have realized that it was her best chance to escape. The bird's trainer looked as though he were about to faint from terror of it all. It seemed like his worst nightmare came true. He scrambled to his feet and started waving his hands and shouting to get the bird's attention. She stopped her wild rampage only for a moment at the sound of her trainer's pleas. She quickly turned back to the crowd and resumed, knocking people to the floor. The trainer suddenly had an idea. He reached into his pocket and pulled from it a large chocolate-covered treat, a known favorite of the bird. He shouted the bird's name again, and she turned to face him. She saw the treat in his hand and ran at full gallop towards him. He threw the treat into the cage, and the bird followed. He locked the door behind her and fell to the ground in relief. Apparently, the bird valued food more than freedom.
All right, so I have two people typing in, okay? We have Andrea who commented looked. That's correct. We have the verb looked in the listening. And then Ali says stopped. That's correct. Stopped it's in there. But we have to remember that stopped, we have to double the P at the end, okay? So it's stopped with a double P. Ephraim says looked. You're missing one O in that word. Showed, okay. Changed, that's correct. Scrambled, that's correct. Good job, okay. Carla says looked and love. Yes, guys, good job. That's correct. Then we have Wicho saying realized. Excellent, guys. I really love that you practice your listening, okay. Somebody else has another verb. There was a big list of the verbs, okay. Who else? Okay, yes, Elaine stopped. We already have stopped. What else did you listen to? Did you listen to the verb covered? I'm going to type it in there. Covered was another one. We also had the verb shouted. Okay, but don't worry, you can watch this video again. Okay, you can listen to the story again and you can continue practicing your listening, which in this case, and all of the cases is really important, but in this case in particular, since we are practicing the past tense of the regular verbs, we need to pay more attention, okay? So for our last exercise, before we can continue doing anything else that we were doing before the video, we are going to complete sentences, okay? We are going to complete the sentences according to the correct verb. They are already in the past tense, but you have to pay attention to which verb is the correct one, okay? So remember, you can type in the answers in the comment box and then we are going to check if those answers are correct. We have 3 different options for the answer. I need you guys participating in this. This is very important because we are already practicing our English. So this is a really important part of the lesson today, and this is for us to continue practicing, okay? So we're going to start with the sentences, all right? So sentence number 1, it says, my classmates and I, blank space, our teacher a question about the test, and we have 3 different options. Option number 1, learned. Do you think learn is the correct verb? Number 2, asked. Do you think asked is the correct verb? And finally, showed. Do you think showed is the correct answer? Type in the comments which one is the correct answer, okay? Remember that you can type in 1, 2, or 3. So number 1 is learned, number 2, asked, and number 3, showed. Okay, I can see answers already there. Efrain says number 2, David says number 2, Carla says number 2. Let's check if number 2 is the correct one. Let's check. Okay. All right, so the correct answer is that one. Yes, good job, guys. Asked. The correct answer is asked. So the sentence is, my classmates and I asked our teacher a question about the test. Good job. Okay, let's go with sentence number 2. They, blank space, to the park because they wanted to play. And we have 3 different options. Number 1, walked, run, or cleaned. Okay, again, number 1 is walked. Do you think they walked? Do you think they ran? Or do you think they cleaned? So which one is the correct answer? Again, I am reading your answers in the chat box, okay? Don't forget to type in your comments with the correct answer. 1, 2, or 3. That's what you have to type in. All right, so Teresita says number 2. Can we check if it is number 2? No, number 2 is not the correct answer. So which one is the correct answer? Okay. Davy says number 1. Let's check if number 1 is the correct answer. Okay, good job, Davis. Yes, number 1 is the correct answer. So the sentence goes like this. They walked to the park because they wanted to play. Good job. All right. Next sentence. This one says, Dina, blank space, a special dinner for Larry. Maybe it was their anniversary or a birthday. We don't know. But she, a special dinner for Larry. So what is the answer? Number 1 says decided. Number 2, advised. Or number 3, cooked. Okay, again. Number 1, decided. Do you think Dina decided? Number 2, advised. Do you think Dina advised? And number 3, cooked. Do you think Dina cooked? What is the correct answer for this one? Let's read. Remember to type in the comments either number 1, number 2, or number 3. So what is the correct answer? Okay, so in this case, Alei says it's number 3. Let's check if that is the correct answer. Rosemary says it's number 3. Let's check if that's the correct answer. Awesome, guys. Good job. Yes, 3 is the correct answer. So the sentence goes like this. Dina cooked a special dinner for Larry. Good job. Next sentence. Diego, blank space, from the stairs. Diego, blank space, from the stairs. So option number 1, graduated. Do you think that's the correct answer? Number 2, jumped. Okay, jumped. Or number 3, damaged. Get damaged. So remember to type in 1, 2, or 3. The one that you consider is the correct answer. So what is the correct answer? Let's go, guys. Type it in. Type it in. I'm reading your comments. Okay, we already have 2 possible answers. I want to see more people participating in this and commenting, okay? Okay. Okay, good job, Efrain. You're always participating, same as Andrea. I would love to see Jasmine participating because I haven't read anything from Jasmine. So Jasmine, and if you can type in the answer, I would really appreciate that. Okay, Carla says number 2, David says number 2. Okay, so let's check. Jasmine, the next one is for you. Let's check. So number 2, the answer is number 2. Let's check if that is correct. So yes, good job. The answer is number 2. Diego jumped from the stairs. Okay. And the final sentence says, my parents, blank space, the plane to Paris. My parents, blank space, the plane to Paris. So what is the correct answer? Number 1, they worked. Do you think that's correct? Does it make sense? Protected, maybe they are police officers. Or number 3, missed. Okay. Again, 1, worked. 2, protected. Or 3, missed. What is the correct answer? Jasmine, I want to read, okay? Oh, okay. Carla says that the comments are getting deleted. All right. So Sharon and Teresita, what do you think the answer for this sentence is? Efrain says number 1. Can we check if number 1 is correct? No, that's not the correct answer. Okay, so let's go with, let's see who else is writing there. Who's typing in? Okay, we just says option 3. Let's check if option 3 is correct. All right, good job. Awesome. Number 3 is the correct answer. Thank you very much, guys, for being here. Remember to participate. Participating is really, really important so we can put into practice our English. Okay? So, I really appreciate you guys being here. Remember that you can type in the comment box. If you want to say hi to anybody, we can say hi to anybody. Don't forget to share the link. That is really important. So more people can continue practicing and learning English. As I was telling you before, this program is about grammar. And it is really important for us to practice our grammar so we can understand really how English works. I really appreciate you guys being here. And I hope I can see you until the next one. In the meantime, have fun. Bye, guys.